I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
What about the Terence Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering them questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
And there's like right now, you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
You know, the eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, you know, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's
going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight.
Nope. I ain't going down 150.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know, if it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan.
Catch up.
Evan was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
Closely. Make that fight. You know, we want that fight. You know what I mean? I said, you know, we wanted him or either Spence. It didn't make no difference. As long as we get the fight, we'll see where we coming from. Right now, we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. We're going to discuss what we're going to do with, with Terence and Boots. That's what, you know what I mean? I said, yeah, well, if you want to fight, just let me know. That's just what Steven said, right? And they said, well, we'll call you later on. Never called him back. That's what happened. So they trying to say that we never turned the fight. I talked to Terence last night. We never turned the fight down. We've been one of them.
The air was charged when Jaron Boots Ennis and Terence Bud Crawford finally went face-to-face. Boots came in confident, declaring he was ready to take on anyone at 154 right now. But Crawford didn't blink. He shut that talk down immediately, saying he's not here for tune-ups or proving grounds anymore. At this stage, Bud made it clear he's chasing only legacy and fights that define greatness. Then he threw gasoline on the flame, saying Boots hasn't beaten anyone that shows he's ready for this level. That line hit like a body shot and had fans losing their minds. It wasn't just words. It was a generation clash. Crawford reminded everyone he's done with small fights and focused only on challenges that matter. The tension made one thing clear. If these two ever meet, it'll be fireworks. Then came Bozy Ennis, like a father defending his pride. He came in hot, saying, "We never ducked, Crawford. The only thing I turn down is my thermostat when the bill's too high." Classic old-school energy. Raw, funny, and fearless. Bozy flipped the whole story, saying if Crawford wanted Boots, he could have called directly instead of using middlemen. Then he dropped the bomb. "You fought Avanesian when you could have fought us." Translation: you chose the easy meal over the real challenge. Fans laughed, but deep down, they knew he had a point. Boxing needs lions, not paperwork. If this fight ever happens, chaos is guaranteed.
We're going to fight Avanesian, and then I said, Avanesian, you could have fought us. And then Terence said, well, Boots could have been number one. All you had to do was call us. We would have took that fight. You ain't have to fight Avanesian? Avanesian? Whatever.
Avanesian rank in the WBO?
Way behind us. You know what I mean? So if you really wanted to fight us, you could have fought us.
Terence Crawford, what does that look like?
I don't know yet, cause we haven't seen Boots in against a guy that has touched him good enough to really test his chin. So we don't. That's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take the real punch yet, because we haven't seen it. But as far as the skill goes, he got everything. And that fight could be a very difficult fight because he's talented and has the skill level that Boots has. Anything can happen, but don't get it wrong. Bud has that skill level too. So
Jaron Ennis didn't force his team to make this fight and say, listen, Steven, I'm signed to you and Showtime. I'm not signed to the PBC and Al Heyman. You need to do what's best for my career and make this fight happen. And he didn't do that. And the rest is history. Terence.
The fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still...
Right after Bozy lit up the room, Roy Jones Jr. stepped in with that calm authority only a Hall of Famer carries. When Roy talks, the boxing world listens. He broke it down perfectly. Boots has everything needed to be great, but we still don't know if that chin's been tested. And that's the truth. You can have all the flash and talent in the world, but greatness starts when you take a clean shot and stay standing. Roy explained it like a chess match. Every move deadly, every mistake fatal. Against Crawford, one wrong step can end the night. When Roy Jones Jr., a living highlight reel, says both men are operating at elite levels, it means we're witnessing something special. Fans are obsessed because this isn't about who's faster or stronger. It's about legacy versus hunger, the king versus the challenger, wisdom versus fire. Boots looks untouchable, but Crawford is the final boss, the test that exposes who's real and who's not. To beat Bud, you need timing, patience, and a heart that doesn't break under pressure. If this fight happens, it'll answer everything. Is Boots truly ready, or does Crawford add another jewel to his crown? Either way, fans win, because fights like this remind us why boxing still gives us chills.
Benavidez come back down to 168, man. That's another crazy matchup for Terence Crawford. Because, again, look, with the skill set of Crawford, and everything else he brings, right? These guys have skills too, and they bigger than he is. See, and that's difficult. Look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy, everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness, because he's a mega star now. So it don't matter who Terence fight. Everybody gonna be tuning in to see the greatness. Yeah, on this channel, if you stay tuned on this channel, y'all know that Big Ball was a miracle fight. Yeah, he's a miracle fight. Terence Crawford may need a miracle beating that dude right there. Styles make fights. I tell you folks all the time, Styles makes fights. That's what it is. And B-Ball got the style to give Terence Crawford fits. He got the size to give him fits. He got the footwork to give him fits. He got the jab to give him...
Canelo was going to get old in the ring that night. No disrespect to Crawford. He did a good... Crawford could have stopped him. He could have. Me being a coach and watching how the fight was going on, he could have stopped him. And I know he's saying it in his mind, but he was being humble of Canelo. He was being humble, and it was a great fight, and it was good talk for Floyd's generation to this generation to get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So
we're seeing all these crazy exhibitions. Maybe we see Floyd and Terence in an exhibition. That'd be something crazy as well.
Just to have two great guys that completed a lot of things in their life of boxing and come together and just give a fan something.
Then came Timothy Bradley, stepping in like the voice of reason, saying, "Ma, hold on. Don't get carried away. You have to love it." Bradley's never filtered. He reminded everyone that greatness isn't handed out, it's earned through fire. He talked about the next tests waiting for Bud. Killers like David Benavidez Jr. and puzzle masters like Dimitri Bivol. Those names separate legends from the ones who only look legendary on paper. And you have to admit, Bradley's right. Beating Canelo was like pulling Excalibur from the stone. It proved Crawford's greatness. But chasing giants at 168, that's a whole new world of danger. It's not about whether Bud can win. It's whether he can outthink and outfight men who seem engineered for destruction. That's the high-stakes drama boxing fans crave. Bradley might sound like he's cooling things down, but he's actually turning the heat up. Because when a former champion says Crawford could lose if he takes those fights, that's not shade. It's respect. He even took a friendly jab at Floyd, saying, "Relax and just enjoy the ride." He's right. Crawford's in that rare space where win or lose, the world tunes in just to see what happens next. That's the essence of boxing. Facing danger with pride, knowing one night can define eternity.